YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again, guys, with another live. And tonight's live is going to be called Fantasy Football After Dark, guys. I'm going to be doing this more often. Hopefully, guys, I probably could start doing this, I would say, maybe 7 days a week. Hopefully, during the season. It's going to be tough because, like I said, I have a second job. But I think this hits the algorithm real nice. Let me see. Yes, sir, Harambe. But you got to start doing some of these live streams with me. Tell me how to sound. Let me know how it sounds, Harambe. Is it vibrating? Is it audio sketchy? Okay, audio. All right. I know. I see it. I see it, Harambe. That's why I'm doing it. I see that, bruh. They are. They are. What up, Ro? I'm down, bro, but it's that white noise sound again. Okay. It happens in I don't know why is it happening in here? What's going on? I have no clue. I might start going into a different room, so I might have to fix that. It could be I'm trying to think. But we can deal with it. Keep going, man. Okay. Different room might work. It might. It might. What's up? After Dark Fantasy Talk. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm just trying to think. What the hell is it, man? It doesn't happen any when I do my other lives. This is crazy. I turned my computer off. I moved the table around. It could be radio interference. It might be hard to troubleshoot. Right. It could be radio interference. What you mean? Like, tell me what you mean by radio interference. Because I do have a gaming computer, which is my live streaming computer, below. So could it be something like that? I got lights. Um, on the other side here, I do have my bathroom is on the other side of the wall. Uh, what's going on, Zach? Like if you have other electronics, right? I got my modem below. I do. So I'm gonna have to figure out something. I might even start going into because I picked it up and it was still doing it. I think it is. It probably is a lot interference. All right. So DeAndre Swift, what's up, bro? Let me know what you think of redraft stack, bro. PPR column, Marvin Harrison and McBride. I love that. I love that. Redraft, yeah. Marvin Harrison is fine. But you're gonna have a stack, and you're gonna have Trey McBride to help you to balance that out. So I'm okay with taking that. No, man, it's not. It's my phone mic. Let me take the charger out. Maybe the charger could be. Let me take the charger out of the phone. Let me see. Okay. I took the charger out. Maybe that might have. Maybe it getting charged might be something going on with it there. Oh, that's it was the charger. It's the charger that fixed it. That's what it was. Hey, that's why I love y'all, man. That's why I love y'all, man. Yes, sir. Thank you. It was the charger. It's the charger. Yes, sir. That makes me feel so much better. I'm gassed now. I'm ready to go. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. This is gonna be like my Shannon Sharp uh Ocho Cinco type thing that I'm gonna do late night. We're gonna talk, we're gonna be, we're gonna get spicy. It's different late night. You can say a little bit of spicy stuff. So stupid technology, right, bruh. And my phone is good in charge though, so I'm okay about that. My phone is really good in charge, so I'm fine. We don't need to do it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, guys. So let's talk about. I'm gonna talk. So listen, guys. This really is a Q&A, and we can talk about anything for sports, fantasy football, hockey, even some celebrities. We could talk about whatever, guys. This is gonna be my late night stream that I'm gonna try to do every night around about 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and we're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna keep it saucy, and I'm actually looking for a guest to come on and chop it up with me. And like I said, maybe I think Harambe probably, brother, if you free, we can negotiate something, man, because I don't want nobody doing anything for free. You know what I'm saying? So we could talk about some benefits, man, if you want to come up. But I am looking for a guest for this. So this is the first fantasy football after dark. So we're gonna see how I go today. We're gonna see how I go today. Right. Got you. I think in the beginning I have to, let me see something. I don't want to mess this up. No, okay. So I don't know if you're gonna be able to come up on this one, but I think in the future, live chat, super chat, okay. Chat viewing options, member and super chat messages. Okay, top chat. Some messages such as potential spam might not be visual. Chat viewing live check. All messages are viewable, right? Yeah, all messages are viewable. So I'm gonna do that one. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about it, Harambe. We'll talk about it. Yes, sir. Okay, guys, so let me get started. I don't want to keep everybody waiting. And this is just a little bit of a buffer, but I will mostly, this is a Q&A. So I'd rather get to the Q&As first. So matter of fact, let me get you some of these Q&As. If y'all got any questions before I actually get started. That's what I would rather do. Jamie, what's up, bro? He said, yo, what's good? Let's see. DeAndre Swift in the building. He says, let me know what you think of redraft stack. Okay, yeah. Colin Murray and Marvin Harrison, Megan McBride. I love Colin McBride. I think that's going to give Marvin Harrison enough time for him to boom. And what I mean is that because he might struggle the first 4 or 5 weeks, but if you got Trey and Colin, he's going to evolve, and he might have a couple big games before then. Okay, well, let's see. Would you draft Marvin Harrison in the 3rd round? Shit. Yeah. Probably I wouldn't, but I think it's the right ADP for him because you're not going to get him no later than that. So yes, ADP. If you want Marvin Harrison, then you targeting him as a player because he's one of the players that you like this year. Then you got to get him in the 3rd round. He's not going to go any later than that. He's not going to go any later than that. Jamie says yes. The Chargers suck, especially letting all their wide receivers walk. Right. And that's what I want to talk about with Justin Herbert. Let's see here. Jamie says, I do content all the time and we can talk. I'm free. Okay. Guys, don't. So, yes, I'll pull up different guests. I'll be willing to do that. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. I'd be willing to do that to pull up different guests. The only thing I would probably ask if y'all just become a member, right? Because that's kind of what I want to be able to put my. You got to be a member to come up. That's kind of the thing that I would probably tell you. Maybe to get on the phenom, and maybe later if we find like if it's getting some traction, maybe you could be a guest to come on, and that way maybe we could do something different. Even though you still would be a member, I might just kind of reimburse you or something. I don't know. Let's just see. Maybe I have a tryout and see how it goes when you come up, and if we get enough traction. Harami says, yeah, we'll get it popping. Yes, sir. You ever been to a metal show? No. You ever been to a metal show? No, I haven't, bruh. I'm open-minded. I like all different types of music. I went to a school that was in the country, man. It was 98% white. So I love country music. I grew up off country music. The name of my school is called Southern Alamance. So we south. This high school that I went to used to be called the Confederates. It's actually, if you fly above it with a drone, you can see the Confederate flag. They changed the school from called the Confederates to Southern Alamance. In the 1970s, it was called the Confederates. So this is, like I said, I'm not gonna make this be a race thing. I mean, we struggled a little bit with that school, but I had a lot of great friends, white friends. I mean, they've been great to me. So it's not about like a bad race thing. But yeah, man, I love country music, rock and roll, Creed. Those are a lot of some of my favorite songs. And I came up in also the pop time with NSYNC, Backstreet, R&B, Pink. So yeah, man, I'm open-minded to that, bro. Yes, sir. Jamie says, what you think about the Vikings running back ADP this year compared to last year? The only guy that I'm taking is Ty Chandler. I'm not touching nobody but Ty Chandler. Now listen, you got to keep watching that backfield. You don't know who's going to evolve. So Ty Chandler's the only guy that I'm drafting. I don't want nobody else. Alexander Madison was the running back 18. Yeah, he played like he played shitty. He played shitty. Running back 18 to draft as in shitty running back, right? This year, Aaron Jones ADP is currently. Oh, wait a minute, Aaron Jones is there. I'm sorry, guys, I forgot. Yes, I am taking Aaron Jones. I will take Aaron Jones at the right ADP. I'm sorry, I forgot about Aaron Jones being there. Yes, listen, guys, when Aaron Jones is healthy, he's elite. Last year, guys, in the fourth quadrant, this guy was killing in the real football playoffs and in fantasy football playoffs. Aaron Jones is really, really good. He had hamstrings problems because he's so explosive. I had hamstring problems playing football because I was very explosive. I tore my hamstring I think I was 11 years old, and I tore my hamstring at 11 years old. Aaron Jones ADP is currently running back 18. Tell me how that shit hits. Yeah, I like it. Hell yeah. I like Aaron Jones. Yes, sir. And I'm not saying I'm targeting him, but if his ADP fall far, he's a great zero RB candidate. Yes, sir. He's a great zero RB candidate. Guys, make sure you hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. Yes, sir. Silver Raptor says, I made some trades. I have 13, 14, and 16. Okay, who would you be looking for there? Okay, pick 13, 14. So in a 12-man league, that's 2, 1, 2, 3, and 2, 5. Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, Michael Pittman, and that's single quarterback league. That's what I would be looking for around that ADP. If I got If I get AJ Brown at the 2-1, I would pick Devontae Smith at the 2-2. Yes, I would do that. And then I'll wait late and get like a James Cook as my running back. So I would try to get a squeeze there with those picks. At 13 or 14, I would try to get two players that complement each other. Guys, that's the way you win fantasy football leagues. You're trying to get players that complement each other. Let's get the likes up, fellas. Let's get the likes up. Appreciate everybody being in here. This is Fantasy Football After Dark. Robbie says, I join after this live. Just have to update CC into update CC info for Google. Okay. I don't know what's the CC info. Yeah, so this is like, this live stream is off the phone. It's a different type of live stream, but I can invite you in there. I can give you the link and I can set it up and you can come in through the phone that way. So that's how we'll do it. But yeah, we'll talk about it, man, on the email. Maybe we ain't gonna talk too much business over email. We'll talk. That way we can get everything out. We'll see how this is gonna go down. I think this is gonna be really good. I think this is gonna work really well. Zach says, should I trade DJ Moore for Nico Collins in Dynasty? If I do this trade, I would have CJ Stroud, okay. CJ Stroud, Nico Collins stack. Okay. I think you need to get something else with it. Something low. Say, take DJ Moore and get Nico Collins, but then you can get another piece. Because DJ Moore, to me, is ranked a little bit higher than Nico right now. Just a little bit higher. But if you can't do it, I'm okay with just doing a swap. But right now, I think you're going to win in the long run. But I actually think you're going to win in the long run, but you'll be losing a trade today. So you want to try to implement this. Say, listen, man, I'm giving up the best player. I need a 3rd round or 4th round pick with it. I think you can get something with it. Not nothing big, but something small with it. Pause. We're going to, it's Fantasy Football After Dark. So it's gonna be a lot of pauses. And guys, you can get Saucey in the chat. Don't say nothing too crazy. Don't get don't get this banned. Kind of use, you know, some of the safe words, but it can be Saucey, right? Pause. Zach says, I might offer that trade. Okay. Yeah, I like that, but you got to get another piece with it. Will, he says, pick one for PPR. And members, I'm sorry, this type of live format, I might not be able to get to your question first. Usually you got priority. I'm going to get to your questions first. And if I can see it, I will skip over some of the guys that are they're not members, and I'll get to your question first, if I can help it. But I don't want to go too far down because there's going to be a lot of comments. Will says, pick one for PPR. Josh Jacobs, Rashad White, or Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara. Hey, Alvin Kamara learned his lesson, didn't he? I don't know why he jumped on that dude, man. And, you know, let me say this real quick, because this is Fantasy Football After Dark. You know, I'm an African-American. I'm a black man. And we have a hard time, guys, taking disrespect. Like, let me give you an example. Elon Musk. If I see Elon Musk at Walmart, and I be like, hey, Elon Musk, man, you a bitch. Man, you soft as cotton, man. You know, if I say something crazy, you know what he gonna do? He gonna be like, whatever you say, man, and keep it moving. But if I'd have seen Alvin Kamara and I'd have called him a bitch to his face, he would have tried to fight me. And that's the problem with African American men. Same with me. I'm still fighting it to this day, trying to be able to let things go, because it doesn't matter. It's just the words. men are we got to get better. Now listen, I understand in the old school days it was different, but that's tribal days. You couldn't have anybody disrespect you because you could get killed. People would team up against you. But right now, man, we in America, we trying to get money and we have to let the small things go. Alvin Kamara almost ruined his career where he didn't ever play another down off a guy saying something crazy. He probably paid that dude $5-6 million for, and then you gonna stump him out for what? You ain't gonna see Jeff Bezos stumping nobody out. You're not gonna see um Elon Musk stumping nobody out. We got to be smarter. We gotta let that post-traumatic stress go from years and years of built-up anger with being disrespected by other men and stuff like that. And that's why we kill each other. The crime rate. We have to talk about this. We can't always be blaming that on other people. And listen, this is fantasy football after dark, so I'm gonna talk about other things. This is what this is about. Now, early in the day, it's going to stick straight to fantasy. I'm not going to be talking a lot about this type of stuff. But this is fantasy football after dark, so we're going to talk about stuff like this. Get the likes up, fellas. So we got to be better. We got to take responsibility for that. Myself included. I wouldn't call myself sensitive, but I would call myself I'm overzealous to win. And so when I want to try to stuff that don't even matter, I'm trying to compete and do crazy stuff and put my reputation and my career on the line. It's not worth it. So I want to talk about myself first. But Alvin Kamara, I'm glad you moved on, bro. Hold on to the bag. It's about the bag. Change your family life. Life is beautiful once you're making money and you're doing what you want to do. All right, so let me move on. Let me see. We got a super chat in here, so let me try to get to that super chat. Okay. All right, we got a few super chats in here. Silver Rap says, everybody drop a super chat. Show some support. Appreciate that, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Harambe, what's going on, bro? Appreciate it. Always showing support. Always. I appreciate that, bro. D Lion in the house. He says, Dustin Poirier, my Lafayette neighbor. Laughing, let's fucking go. Okay. He's your neighbor? Okay, so you living big, ain't you, D Lion? That boy living big. That boy work hard too. That boy do construction too, man. Beautiful family, man. I see him. He follows me on Instagram. Guys, go follow me on Instagram. Fantasy GoodeSports. Also, TD Good 1986 is my other Instagram, my personal account. You welcome to follow me over there too. But D Lion follows me, and I see him post stuff. I'm not gonna put his hashtag out there, but he does follow me. Beautiful family, hardworking guy, man. I like to have guys like that on my channel. Because we all on the grind. I want this to be a motivation channel too. I think the fantasy football after dark might be it, where we could get into that stuff a little bit more. Guys, let's get the likes up. We only got 10 likes. Go to the top 3 dots and click the like button. Okay, so let me go back up here. Yeah, I see you, Jamie. I see you follow me. Okay. The Rose says Josh Jacobs any day. Man, I don't know, man. Josh Jacobs is a good player. I'd rather have Alvin Kamara in the full PPR league. I think Jordan Love is I think he's going to pass for a lot of touchdowns. I don't think Josh Jacobs is going to get everything on the goal line. I think they did it because A.J. Dillon wasn't being the guy that they wanted him to be. And they kept him just to see maybe he might end up being that. But Josh Jacobs is a good running back, and he is a tough running back, and he's going to score on the goal line. Does he be a top 5 running back? I need him to be a top 5 running back for his draft capital. I don't know if he can be. I think this is a Jordan Love team. They got 5 good wide receiver guys. I said what I said. This is the deepest wide receiver team that I ever seen in NFL history. NFL history. Yeah, I said it. Shit, I said what I said. So they got Dontavius Wicks, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs. What is the other guy? They got 2 more other guys out there that can play. Ben, I got some guy named Ben. The Road says, talking to Will Hayes. TZ says, yeah, he has the best running back, I think, the last 4 games. Let me see. I want to make sure the super chats had all chat messages, member and super chat messages. No chat viewing top. Some messages such as potential spam may not be visible. All messages are viewable. Will Hayes, I see you, bro. I'm gonna do top chat. Maybe that helps to what you call. I'm gonna do top chat. Guys, if I miss a message or something, let me know because I'm figuring this out on the go. I want my super chat messages to come to the top. So I'm trying to figure that out. So if I miss a super chat, let me know early. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I didn't miss any super chats. Okay, I didn't. All right. Okay. Where we at now? Yeah, he was the best running back. Yeah, he was the best running back, I think, the last 4 games. He was Aaron Jones. Yes, sir. The 4th quadrant. That's what TZ says. Jamie says, hell yeah, Aaron Jones is being slept on right now. I agree. While Madison was being reached on last year. I agree 100% with that. 100% with that. I'm getting him as a 0 RB guy. Aaron Jones all day. Harami says, big Aaron Jones guy. He does bad things to the Cowboys. Ask TD. He does. He does. His best games are against the Cowboys. Him and Aaron Rodgers. The Rose says, I'm not so high on Pittman. Why you don't like Pittman, Ro? That boy is a beast. I ain't saying like he ain't like no like Tyreek Hill or nothing, but he ball. I gotta give him respect. He balled out last year. Guys, let's get the likes. So we got 35 people in the chat. We got 35 people in the chat. Silver Raptor says thanks. Harami says credit card info, bro. Just have to put. We good. We good. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. The Rose says, Zach, I can see you wanting that stat, but I think DJ Moore is a far better player than Nico. I do too, but I think in Dynasty, yeah, I mean, he is a better player, man, but he got Caleb Williams. But I agree with you, man. I can't disagree with that. That's why I said, man, you need to get something else with it. But if it's just a trade where you can't get nothing else with it, you just moving up within a redraft league, it might be best to hold on to DJ Moore. Maybe. I don't know. Nico is a lot of mouths to feed. DJ Moore is the number one. I don't know the stack is going to really benefit you in a redraft league. Appreciate you, Big Will. Jamie says, did you share this in my Facebook group? We got to get more people coming in this live stream. No, bro. Am I in your Facebook group, Jamie? See, man, I don't even know what's going on. I've been seeing you here for a while, over a year or so. Am I in one of your fantasy football groups? Okay, bro, look. Hit me up at my Gmail and tell me and give that. Okay, now I see the super chats now. They are coming up now. That's awesome. So, what you need to do, give me your Facebook group, and then maybe we could do the admin rights or something, or whatever that is for me to live stream in there. I'll be doing that, bro. I will be doing it. Thank you, Jamie. I forgot about that, man. I had no clue that I was in your Facebook group. So yeah, let me take care of this super chat real quick. Mr. Sleeper. That's my homeboy right there. He the shit, man. Been showing support to my channel for years now. He says, keep up the grind. Appreciate it, bro. You know I am. You know I am. Guys, you know you might be like, I know sometimes you might be like, well, TD man, do some more live stuff. Guys, I got a lot. I should be studying for. I got the second job that I'm doing, but I love doing this. So I'm right here, guys. That's why I'm trying to get my YouTube over where I can do this full time, and you're gonna see a whole different type of content, right? You're gonna see me doing content 3 or 4 times a day, fantasy football, other content, not just fantasy football, baseball, basketball. But I have another job. I got a family to feed. YouTube don't pay the bills right now. YouTube do not pay the bills right now. Let's see. All right, let's go up. Let's go up. Okay. Oh, okay, I like that. Now I can pull up my super chats. That's awesome. I can pull them up now without like messing up where I'm at. Aramis, okay, we got there. Zach, the Rose says, Zach, I can see you wanting that stack, but I think DJ Moore. Okay, yeah, we did that one. Rami says, I'm on the West Coast, so it ain't late for me. Right. That's another reason why on the East Coast it's good to go live stream late. Because you're getting that West Coast the West Coast side. You're getting the West Coast side. I'm in and out of the live pause due to work. Okay. You crazy, Big Real. Hey, appreciate you, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's poppin', D Lion? Still fire. What's going on? He said, what's your round top? Who's your round top 2, 3 wide receiver? Michael Pittman. And let's see. And Devontae Adams. Who's your round top 2, 3 wide receiver? I think that's what you mean. And round 2 and 3. Who's your round top 2, 3 receiver? I think that's right, bro. If that's not right, you can ask me the question again. But in round 2 and 3, my top wide receivers, I also like Jaylen Waddle. Devontae Adams, and Michael Pittman. Those are the guys that I'm getting in round 2. If you didn't mean this, I'm gonna still give you my top 2 to 3 wide receivers. My top 2 to 3 wide receivers are Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tyreek Hill. Not in any particular order. I would say Tyreek first, Amon-Ra, and then Puka Nacua. Those are my top 3 wide receivers. Jamie says, I got DJ Moore wide receiver 15 and Nico down at wide receiver 25. Okay. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. For preseason rankings. That's about right. That's perfect. Harami said the pauses would never get old. I die. They're too good. Right. Harami said, hit the likes, folks. Let's get the likes up. We got 14 likes in here. We got 27 people, guys. Let's get the likes up. The Rose said, I would drop a super chat if I didn't spend the last of my money until the next check for a airsoft gun. You good, bro? This is a young cat right here, guys. He's young, very young. How old are you, Ro? Like 17, 18? It's all good, bro. Stop it, Silver. Silver do not hold his tongue for nothing. Talking about something. You don't have $2 Rose. Stop it, man. Stop that shit, bro. That bro, he crazy. He said, man, he got $2. Man, he a young cat, man. Young cat. Yes, sir. Jamie says, what you think about the new Eminem? Abracadabra, guess who's back? I haven't seen it, man. You know, Eminem, You know, it changed a little bit. Eminem is probably my favorite rapper of all time. That album where hi, my name is Sicker Slim. That's my favorite CD that my favorite album that he got out. I fell in love with Eminem Pause at that point in time, right? So yeah, I love Eminem. Pause. I haven't listened to any, man. I don't listen to music, man. I podcast all the time. When I'm in the car, I'm podcasting. I rarely listen to music. When I do, I go to Spotify and listen to old songs. Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm an old school. I'm an R&B guy. I came up in the '90s and I grew up in the Looker House. I love Looker House music. That means that's Al Green, Marvin Gaye, Prince, a little bit of Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson, but he's not really Liquor House music, but some of his songs are. All love making songs, right? My mom, we always be in the Looker Houses, so I love Looker Houses music. That's the name of my Spotify playlist. It's called Looker House Music. But I like hip hop too. So man, I'm gonna have to check out Eminem. I'm gonna have to check that out, bro. Zach, what's up? I'm sorry, not Zach. Zara, what's going on, bro? I'm sorry. That's why I had to put my glasses on because the print is small. Pause. What's up? Good. What's up, bro? Super Rapture, Super Train, keep it rolling. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, Rapture. Appreciate that. Harambe says, we believe in TD and his content would be here if we didn't fire Let's Grow his channel. Yes, sir. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I think my content is different. I think I really put the YouTube into it. I make it very personal and I keep it real. I do think I'm good at what I'm doing. I do think, you want to say guru. Yeah, I believe in myself, but I don't think I'm better than anybody. And I can get beat in any fantasy leagues now. I do win. Most of my leagues, I'm making the playoffs. I'm winning championships. I forgot, I should have got my trophy. Guys, I won a basketball championship. I was in 3 fantasy basketball leagues, and I went to the championship in all 3. All 3. I'm a sports fanatic. I love my sports, baseball. I'm not hockey, tennis. I know a little bit. I keep up with a little bit of the news, but yeah, I appreciate it, guys. This is channel. That's why I named it Fantasy Good Sports. It's just not going to be football. Football is what I'm going to use to grow because that's my niche. That's my superpower. And then eventually when I branch out, guys, we're going to be talking about all different type of sports. Betting, all of that. That's what I want to bring to the channel. The Rose says, I've got to save my last $10 because I need bus fare to get to work, Silver. Y'all crazy, man. You ain't got to explain yourself, bro. You ain't got to explain yourself, bruh. I don't care if you were saving that $10 for OnlyFans subscription. I said what I said. If you were saving it for OnlyFans subscription, I wouldn't be mad at you, bruh. Pause. Because I used to have an OnlyFans. Pause. Silver Rapture told me, hey, man, that's going to be the downfall of your channel. I was like, it's cutting edge, but I get it. So what I was trying to do, guys, I was trying, why not? I'm not scared. I'm not taking off my clothes or anything, right? It's just, I thought it was good. The ladies was going to drive attention to my channel. So you're going to be able to come to OnlyFans, get that view, pause, and then you're going to also get a fantasy football niche or your little kick, right? Zach says it would be good to offer DJ Moore for Nico Collins in a 2025 second round pick. This team that I'm trying to trade with has a lot of draft picks. Okay. It would be good to offer DJ Moore for Nico Collins in a 2025 pick. Right. I agree with that. This team that I'm trying to trade has a lot of... that's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. Harambe says, get him next time, bro. Silver says, use them Lambo fatties, bro. I don't know what he talking about. Rami know what it mean. I don't know what it mean. I'm left out on this one. I'm slow on this one. Wesley says, yup. Jamie says, I'm more of a Facebook dude, but I follow on Instagram. Okay, that's fine, bro. Mike Mary, what's up, bro? Any interest in Adonai Mitchell? Yes, I love Adonai Mitchell, bro. He was my top, guys, y'all remember my top 5 wide receivers? Now, Keon Coleman wasn't on there. That's the only guy that I can say, like, who's evolved at this point in time that it wasn't on my list. But I had Brian Thomas was like my number 2. Was Brian Thomas my number 1? I think Brian Thomas was my number 1. My number 2, guys, I forgot. I don't have it right now. But I had Donald Mitchell was my top 5 wide receivers coming out of this draft. This guy's gonna help somebody. Which is gonna be the Colts. I think he's gonna be the number 2, and they're gonna put Josh at the slot, Josh Downs. And I believe that Alec Pierce can come out there and just be a deep threat. Like Alec Pierce is MVS, Walmart MVS. I know maybe Walmart MVS might not be the correct way to put it. Maybe he just the doppelganger, right? Maybe they don't look alike, but I'm just thinking he plays the game just like MVS. He's a great deep threat, and that's it. He ain't coming across the middle or none of that type of stuff. But I believe Adonai Mitchell is going to be the number 2 wide receiver. I got Adonai Mitchell in a lot of rookie drafts this year. I love Adonai Mitchell. The world says Aaron Jones just looked so good last year in the Packers offense, and I like Jacobs as a talent better. Yeah, but he ain't fast. Aaron Jones is fast, man. Aaron Jones runs like a 4.4-4.3. Josh Jacobs is more like a 4.5, 4.6, 4.6 at this point in time, but he runs hard. He's hard to tackle. Let's get the likes up, fellas. We got 14 likes. Let's get the likes up. We got 26 people in the house. TZ says, you're 100% right. It's a big part of the Hispanic culture to respect. It's very important to the point of stupidity. There you go. I agree, bruh. I didn't know about, I can't speak on another culture. I only can speak for my culture, but I say, I'm listening to what you're saying. Okay. We sometimes throw everything out the window for respect. I know, bruh. For respect, and it's really fake respect, because real true respect, I mean, you gotta look, man. I hate to go to the Bible, but Yeshua, Jesus, Thoth, whatever you want to call it, Anunnaki, Mr. Anunnaki dude, whatever you want to call him, Atlantean, he took a lot of mouth from people. Whoever that guy was, people said this, people said that. You can't listen to what people say. And I have a problem because I'm a man. Because this is the problem that I faced. I have older cousins. I have friends that's older. And I have comrades that's the same age as me. And if somebody comes through and be like, hey, man, I smack you. But they don't smack me, but they just say they'll smack me. I got friends that'll go back and tell when I was in my dating days. And, this didn't happen. But I'm so glad, God, that's why I quit hanging around people, because I didn't want to get in trouble. Man, he got punked. You got punked. You a punk. Oh, I'm ready to kill somebody. Pause. I'm just giving an example, not really going to kill anybody, YouTube. This is an example, YouTube. Don't flag my video. But now I'm turning up. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to get my honor back. Honor from who? Another man. Pause. And even ladies, let a lady be around and a dude disrespect me. And she start laughing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm ready to do something crazy to prove it to a female who don't care nothing about me. And does anything happen to me, she moving on. And so it's the peers. It's the peers that want to bring you down. That's why you have to disconnect and go outside. Guys, a lot of people told me not to do YouTube. Oh, my friend, don't do it. But I come in here, y'all look. I've been had this knowledge. People call, hey, TD, what should I do with this team? Who's going to win this game? So I got on YouTube, but the people that was around me, they never gave me any credit. They said I was this and that, and when I was down, you this and this, and you need to get better. You need to get it together. You need to get your life together. And I don't talk to the people there, and then they think I'm being funny. Man, you holding grudges, and you living in the past. They're living in the past, TD. So a lot of people, man, that are around you, especially in your culture, a prophet has no honor in his own home. That's a Bible verse, and then you can hear it's also in some of the tablets. And you have to go out, and people will respect your gift that you bring. But if you be around people, man, you gonna let little things like respect from a friend or a cousin that, hey man, don't let nobody talk to you like that. Man, if he threaten me, I'm gonna hurt him. You know, Elon Musk don't put up with that. Brad Pitt don't put up with that. The Rock don't put up with that. There's a lot of guys that are even black guys. They don't care nothing about what nobody's saying. But the rap group, we out there getting killed and stuff. Look, I love Tupac, and I understand he wanted to go down with his ship, but he was letting people say all kinds of things. He couldn't take it. He was ready to fight you, ready to jump on you. This is fantasy football after dark, guys. This is not getting off topic. This is fantasy football after dark. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about everything. We're gonna talk about fantasy football, then we're gonna drink. You know, you see, I got my lemonade here. Pause. Don't think I'm soft because I'm drinking lemonade. See, there I go, right there already. I'm already. But yeah, I love that comment, TZ. I love that comment. Okay, I can pin comments too. Arami says, I'm Italian and respect also big part of the culture. Okay. Are y'all willing to go and fight? Like do something crazy just because somebody says something about you? Now listen, as a man, you don't let nobody put their hands on you under no circumstances. You have to defend yourself. But is it for words? Are people ready to do things because of words? Because if maybe it might not just be a black, maybe it can be a cross-culture thing, but maybe more in the black neighborhoods because maybe they just put it more in the media, right? Maybe a lot of people goes through this. Zach Singh says cutting edge content after dark. Yes, sir. Hey, Rich. He says, hey, Rich, gonna run it. Aaron Richardson. Yeah. Okay. Anthony Richardson. And AD Mitchell competition. Right. But I still think Mitchell, he gonna throw the ball, man. He can't run the ball. He hurt his shoulder last year. He can't run the ball every single time. Jamie says, anybody smoking on any good tonight? Puff, puff, pass. Bro, those are my days in the past. About 2 years ago, I used it for, I needed for therapy, bro, to take my mind off of things like anger. And I had anger management. Y'all see it sometimes now. But I'm learning about the trolls. I'm learning to let that stuff go and keep it moving. That stuff don't matter to me anymore. But yeah, man, I used to blow, man. And I blow. So when I went to that stuff that I went through early, man, I blowed for probably like 15 years, man. I would smoke probably almost every single day. And my son got born. And I just wanted, I'm not done with it, but right now I said that until my channel reached like 5,000, maybe 10,000, I was gonna use that as like a celebration. I just wanted to see if I could. I think I'm more productive now by not doing it. I don't need it right now. I got a lot of things that makes I feel good about myself better, and I don't mean like I felt bad about myself, but I don't need the therapy. I can think about, listen, you can do YouTube and it take my mind off of things that happened in the past or anything that may help me or anything I may have anger issues with. So yeah, man, I used to blow, man. I don't think it's bad. I think it's moderation. I think it's therapy for people. But yeah, man, and eventually, man, when I go and when I get to what I want as far as my goals, I might smoke every blue moon, but I never start smoking again every day because I think it hurts your production as a man. And when you wake up, you got to be able to get going. You got to be focused. And if you don't do that, man, you will always be living a subpar life. You might have a good life, but it won't be what you can do. Because after I smoked, man, I didn't want to do nothing but to watch TV and listen to fantasy football videos. Will Hayes said, I don't know about Aaron Jones. Y'all are going to have to convince me about him. Convinced me to draft him. Listen, man, he balled out. Go look at the last 4 games of the season when he was healthy. Remember, he balled out the first game of the season, and then he pulled his hamstring on that play, and he was out for like 6 weeks. So every game that he played when he was healthy, he was a top 3 running back. But that's always been Aaron Jones. Excuse me, guys. That's always been Aaron Jones' career. If he's healthy, he's a top 3 running back. Always. I think he's going to do the same thing for the Minnesota Vikings that I would say Austin Eckler's going to do for Jaden Daniels. So he's going to do that for J.J. McCarthy. He's going to be a safe option if he can't push the ball downfield. Around it says, Jamie, you know it. We had a gas in there in Cali. Yes, sir. I went to Vegas, man, and let me see, did I miss out on that? Okay, yeah, I might have missed that super chat. If I did, bro, I apologize. Appreciate that, Will. Yeah, I went to Vegas, man. So like 2 years ago, I think y'all remember on my channel, I went to Vegas. And you know, my favorite dessert is cheesecake. And so, you know, we got off the plane, man. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I told my girls, like, hey, I'm not going to bed until I get me some smoke. So we went to this dispensary, man. It looks like a jewelry store. I mean, it's fancy, and you walking through looking in the glass, and you got all kinds of, like, maybe 100 different strains. And all I knew was about sativa and indigo. I know indigo was a down, and I know sativa was upper. So I said, man, well, listen, I'm getting ready to go to bed in a few, as soon as I'm done smoking. And he told me, well, listen, when you get up, if you want a sativa, his cheesecake. I was like, cheesecake's my favorite dessert. So I got some called strawberry cheesecake. And then I also had, forgot the indigo that I had. And guys, so I smoked that little bit that night in Las Vegas, and then I woke up about 10 o'clock ready to go gamble, right? And I started smoking on that cheesecake. Guys, I couldn't sleep. Like I don't know if it was gambling or I was on vacation. I mean, I was sleeping like 2 or 3 hours, waking up, I'm going back and gambling again. And then right before we went home, I still had some left, and I just smoked a bunch. And my girl was like, babe, do you even know where you at? But I wasn't tired. I wasn't sleepy because of the strain it was, man. So yeah, man, that's when I went to Vegas. That's how I was in Vegas. And I'm from North Carolina. It's illegal in North Carolina at that point in time. Hopefully the FBI don't come knock on my door. Open up. I hope that don't happen, right? But that's years ago. That's 2 to 3 years ago. I haven't smoked in almost 2 years. It ain't quite 2 years. Let's see here. Zach says, yeah, I might not do the stack. I don't need to. Right. If you don't need to, don't do it. Will says, don't hate the player, hate the ADP. There you go, Jamie. Aaron Jones is a huge value. I agree with that 100%. Harami says, boom. Jamie says, you post in my group all the time. Okay, fantasy football discussion. Got you. Okay. The largest group with 40K private members. Okay, I approve your streams even though we supposed to charge. Oh, I didn't know that, bruh. Listen, I don't want anything for free. I'll talk to you about that, and we'll work something together, Jamie. We'll work something together. Hit me up at my Gmail, fantasygoodsworth@gmail, and we'll work something out, bruh. I'm glad you told me that, because I mean I appreciate it too, man. But I always like to spend bread, because I've been in my family, man, that don't want to break bread with me. And I don't like people who try to lowball people in business. And listen, I know all of you don't super chat me all the time. You don't have to. You giving me the view, you commenting, you following me. That's fine. That's money on YouTube. But far as a lot of people always want to lowball you. Nah, man, I ain't gotta spend it. People call me, ask me for fantasy football advice. Don't try to send me anything. Right? Just keep leeching off of me. And but so bro, I don't want to do the same thing. So I appreciate you letting me know. We're going to talk about that. I'll work some out where I pay maybe a monthly fee, and I will maybe put more streams inside your group. Zach says, for Dynasty, you like Zamir White, Tajay Spears, or Aaron Jones better? For Dynasty, I would say I like Zamir White a little bit over Tajay Spears. So Jones is older. He only probably got about 2 more years at elite level. Maybe after that, he might be a good pass catching guy. And Tajay Spears has bad knees where he don't have tendons in there, and so he might only have like a 3 year. He might only play football for 5 years. Who knows, right? When that knee starts bothering. But Raheem Mostert got a degenerate knee, and he's still playing, right? So who knows? I would say Zamir White because he got the whole backfield to himself. If he has a good year, they probably go and sign him as a decent deal, and they might bring in a pass catching guy. But Zamir White will get the goal line carry. So I think Zamir White could be a top 12 running back for the next 2 to 3 years. So if you're in win now mode, I would take Zamir White. But either way, man, they are running backs. I say you got to keep finagling them like a young bachelor. It's like women. You know, when you dating women and you're a bachelor. Sometimes you got to just keep dating, man. You don't want to lock yourself down and ruin your opportunity to find a wife, right? That's how I look at it. No pun intended, ladies. Pause. The Ro says, I just bought a membership. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, Ro. Leave him alone now, Rapture. Leave him alone now. I think at least. Okay. I think A.D. Mitchell and Anthony Richardson are not going to be nice for Pittman. Maybe so. Maybe so. You could be right. Okay, I see that you are. Okay, yep. See, you are a member now. I see that, Ro. And I see you sent me a message too, Jamie. I see you sent me a message. I didn't know that, bro. I learned something today. I didn't know that was your group, man. We gotta talk. We need to talk some business, man, and see because I'm probably gonna be streaming to there and posting more inside of there now. Appreciate everything, bro. Appreciate it. Never know who's who, man. That's why I gotta treat everybody with respect. That makes me let me know that I got good content and I treat everybody with respect. Because I got other things that I was doing, didn't even know that you was a part of that. Appreciate it. Jamie says, follow at Jamie Purd going for fantasy 6-pack. Okay. Follow at Jamie Purd. All right, let me write that down. At Jamie Purd. Going for 2. Six-pack. Fantasy 6-pack. Okay. Appreciate that, Jamie. Appreciate that. Mr. Sleeper says, I hope Drake London and Pitts go off this year. Tired of the letdowns. Me too. But I just be a little cautious. I'm not saying they're going to be bad. But Kyle Pitts and Drake might get going later in the season because Kirk Cousins, you got to give him time to heal off that Achilles injury. The Rose says, my ass is so broke, Dollar Tree doesn't pay well. Right. It's okay, bro. You young. You got to keep grinding. This is the time to grind. You doing YouTube on the side, bro. You keep grinding. You okay, man. You young. You don't worry about your money. It's tough. Listen, women have value early in life. They can go out here and find a millionaire at 17, 18, 19, 20 years old. Men, that's why most men, like you look at Jerry Jones, his wife is 20 years younger. Men, we got to get that million. We got to get that million, bro. Before we get the respect that we deserve. Sometimes it even take longer, man. So sometimes you bet 45 years old before you reach before you actually are where you want to be as a man. And you can get respected by females and also counterparts, comrades and stuff. So that's how it is, bro. Keep grinding. Zach says, I like A.J. Brown and Michael Pittman better than Devontae Adams this year because the Raiders offense sucks. I don't think it sucks, bro. I think this is going to be a tough team who run the ball a lot. And I think they're going to be able to beat teams that are good because of that. Like, I don't think the Chiefs want to play them because they're going to run the ball. They're not going to try to throw the ball around that much. They're not going to have a lot of turnovers. Play action. So I think that's going to help Devontae Adams. There are some offenses I do like where they wide open, pause, and they actually are throwing the ball downfield a lot. But I really, just like Detroit Lions, you think where they push the ball downfield, they don't. They just got a great run game and it opens it up. That same thing, that's what the Raiders are trying to do. That's why Detroit beat Kansas City this year early, because they was a tough team. They not trying to push the ball downfield and trying to compete touchdown to touchdown. Same thing with the Raiders. That's how you win football games. You run the ball, control the line of scrimmage, and then your quarterbacks have easy throws. And I believe Devontae Adams can get chances for touchdowns because the defense is going to be up trying to stop the run, and he's going to be one-on-one with a corner. That's why I like Devontae Adams. Harami says Commodores. Okay. Maybe comrades is not what I should. Maybe I should say in Commodores. I think that's what he's saying. Apologize, bro. That kid says, I'm starting a new Dynasty league. 8-man. I have the 104, the 2-2, the 2-4, the 2-5, also the third round. Should I take 3 running backs to control the market of young running backs? I'm starting a new Dynasty league. 8-man. I have the 1-4, 202, 2-4. Yes, at the 2-2, 204, 2-5. If you can get CMC, Breach, and maybe Saquon, I'm willing to do that. 104, you need to take a wide receiver. You need to take Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jamar Chase. I like Tyreek Hill if you want to win this year. But that's what I would do. I would take a wide receiver at the 1-4, and then I would try to get two at the 2-2 and the 2-4 and the 205, get running backs. Yes, I'm okay with that. If you want to win this year, if you don't want to win this year, then just try to take the best available talent, as far as who got some upside for some years to come. Harami says, I'm a metalhead, but we know music better than most. Right. Yeah, man, you gotta turn me on to some music, man. It's hard for me to follow sometimes, man. It's hard for me to follow. Silver Rat says, y'all underestimate Minshew. He moved the chains fine in Indy last year. Yeah, he did, but he also had a lot of turnovers too. I'm not sleeping on him. He's a good backup quarterback. He's one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league. And you can make a lot of money. You can make $100 million being a backup quarterback or more. Mr. Sleeper says, the road get certified in a trade. Right. Put him on game, Mr. Sleeper. Put him on game. There's no money in political science as education. All the money's in trades. Electrician and carpenter. Plumber. IT. That's where the money is at. Harami says, I'm liking Adams in any quarterback. Pause. Jamie says, love making songs. Yeah, what you think about Teddy Payne? Is that TP2? I used to hang to that album. Let me see what that album. Let me turn on my computer. Now that I know it ain't my computer, let me turn on my other computer. Now let me go see what what's the TP2, guys? Hey, remind me if I don't do that, but I'm gonna move on to some other questions. But I gotta look that up. I want to see what that is. The Rose says, definitely different content, not in a bad way though. Right. TD, who is your NBA team? NBA is my favorite sport. I would say, man, now that Kobe and Michael Jordan is gone out the game, I would say it got to be the Charlotte Hornets because I'm from North Carolina. So I would say the Charlotte Hornets. Yep, I would say the Charlotte Hornets. Zach says, fantasy basketball content coming soon. Yes. I will be doing it right now, man. I got to get my channel up. I got to get my revenue up, and then that way I can branch off and bring other people in to help me do NBA content and stuff like that and baseball content. The Road says Breach Hall and Chris Olave and Gary Wilson and Jameer Gibbs. Breach Hall. Woo! Woo! Yes, sir. Hall and Olave. I was just messing with Roe. Right. I know you was, bro. I know you was. That's what we just shooting the shit, guys. We just shooting the shit. That's all. The kid said, I don't like how much Montgomery is loved in Detroit and Wilson is a stud, but can A-Rod stay healthy? That's the thing. Can A-Rod stay healthy? Montgomery is gonna be a goal line running back. That's why he's good value. Corey said, should I trade 2 firsts, Quentin Johnson and Keon Coleman, or AJ Brown and Ladd? Should I trade 2 firsts, Quentin Johnson and Keon Coleman? No, don't trade 2 firsts for that. AJ Brown and Ladd. I don't know the context, bro. But if I had to choose between them two, I would rather do AJ Brown and Ladd. But it just depends on, maybe you don't need neither. But I would probably choose AJ Brown and Ladd over Quentin Johnson and Keon Coleman. Puff Pass Kick, what's going on? He said, what's good, bro? Let me smash the like button quick. Yes, sir. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Also, guys, I would ask you, tell me, what is the why? So I understand like most live streams are a little bit different, but what makes my live streams different? Because I get to everybody question, and I know y'all not saying it in a bad way, but I don't understand why guys don't do live streams like this. Why are you doing more of a live streams where you're not interacting with your crowd? Like, this is what I like to do this. I got some content right here that I want to talk about a couple guys, but I probably wait and do that because I want to get to the questions. I want to get to everybody comments. The Q&A is bigger than me talking about players that I'm going to make videos on. So that's the main thing. These are just some filler guys that I could talk about if it got dead in here. So guys, y'all let me know what you think about the content. If you got an opinion about something, please let me know. Don't be shy. I'm not going to get mad or angry or anything. If you say, hey, well, TD, I think you should do more of this and then do this. Or I think it would be better if you did this. Or I think you should be doing a live and maybe doing a mock draft. Because I was going to do the mock draft, but I can't do the mock draft from this setting. And those lives don't hit like these lives do. So the kid says, I'd take AJ and Ladd. Yes. Yes, if I had to choose between the two. The kid says, rookies are nice but unproven. AJ Brown, a staple, and Ladd is still a stud. I agree with that. But you might not even have to do that. Just don't do trades just to, I always tell people, don't trade just to trade. Do a trade that's going to help your team. If it's not going to ultimately help your trade, forget about it and keep it moving. Oscar. But the kid says AJ potential for a top 10 wide receiver every single year. He's been a top 12 wide receiver of every year of his career. Oscar says, is Diggs going to be a first rounder or is he going to be used as a jingling keychain? I think a little bit of both. He's going to have his big weeks and sometimes he's going to be a decoy. Me, I'm fading him at certain ADPs. If he fall to me in the 4th round, I might take him. But if he going in the 2nd and 3rd, I probably won't take him. I'd rather take the last wide receiver that's left off that team. If it's Tank Dale, I'm okay with taking Tank Dale. Guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. We got 28 people in here. We got 19 likes. Oscar says, nah, that drink goes hard. Okay. James says, hey, yo, you want to come on as a guest on our Going to podcast called Speak On It? Yes, I do. Yes, I do, Jamie. I'm always willing to chop it up and go on different shows. Always. And you welcome to come on too, bro. Maybe we can collab and do something together, kind of like Ocho Cinco and Shannon Sharp does. And also Gilbert. Gilbert got his own thing. Shannon Sharp got their own thing, but they come together. So I'm willing to do that. And who knows? We don't know where this gonna go. I'm looking for for some co-host stuff, because sometimes I just think y'all need different opinions. I don't want to, and I also want to debate. I want to do some debates. Also, maybe later, as I find out, if I collab with some more people, I want to have some heated debates. I want people not where we like mad and we cuss at each other, but like where we like, nah, man, that's crazy as hell, man. Like I think that's good content. I know I like listening to that content. I don't want to listen to content where everybody's saying, yes, man, congratulations. Like that's almost like, okay, what is this? A fairy tale, right? Like everybody agree on the same thing. Y'all don't have nothing to rebuttal against each other. So I think sometimes you need a little bit of rebuttaling. So yeah, bro, hit me up, Jamie. Hector, he says if Woods can stay healthy, he can have a good year. If Robert Woods, what Woods you talking about? What Woods you talking about? I got a brain freeze right now. The kid says, and you got a proven wide receiver instead of a too unproven. If you want the upside of a rookie and the youth, then you get that with Ladd. Yes, you can get that with both. You get AJ Brown and you get a young wide receiver too. But if you need to make that, or hold on to the first. Maybe your team already going to be solid. Don't always trade too early. Don't trade just to trade. Zach says, or should I keep both the first round picks? I might keep the both of the first round picks. I don't know your team, but I probably would keep the first round picks instead of going to get AJ Brown. I would rather go get something like, if AJ Brown is a winning championship piece for you, then do it. But if you ain't gonna win the championship and you might not win the championship, I think you'll regret it later. I gotta get these strawberries out of here, and I'm not soft. Pause. Let me see here. TG says, man, I took the whole gray goose to the head because some girl was trying to punk me and disrespect me one time. It was 10 times worse because it was a girl too. Wow. Hey, that's how it be, man. You know what you should have do? Just walked away. Don't have females around you like that in your vicinity, because that's really bad. You can get Me Too. Got to be careful, bro. Don't argue with females under no circumstances. Just like, yeah, you're right. And all right, see you later. Walk off. It's gonna be hard because you're gonna see a female and you're gonna feel she's gonna try to say things to disrespect you. Right? And females can get to you because it's a female, right? You want kind of their admiration, right? You want them to be, oh my God, you nice looking. And they might say, ah, you weak, you ugly, you broke. Don't worry about that. Walk off. Walk off. And I'm not saying it because I know it, because it's easy to me. I know it because it's the truth, and you have to do that. Harami says, you never let anyone punk you, so for respect to be earned, you have to give it. But I would say not everyone deserves respect, if that makes sense. Pride causes a lot of fights over dumb shit. I agree. I say, man, sometimes you got to let somebody, I actually disagree with the first. You got to let somebody punk you, because if you don't let nobody punk you, you're going to always put yourself in a situation where you might have to do something, even if it's retaliation. You don't know, you might get the bad end. You might get stabbed trying to defend yourself. So I say you got to already know the situation and it ain't worth it, and try to de-escalate it and walk away. Because you don't want to do anything. Not for that person, for yourself. So sometimes it's smart to say, hey, man, I slap you. And you say you walking with your girl, y'all go to a movie. She say, hey, man, hey, I slap you if you walk around this spot again. You be like, hey, bro, I don't want no problems, man. It's all good, man. And you walk away instead of saying, hey, what you say? It ain't worth it. That's how I feel about it. But I respect what you're saying. But to me, I can't be like that. If I be like that, man, I eat up everything somebody says. Pause. Puff Pass Kick says, in a 10-team Superflex Dynasty League, if you offer Travis Etienne in a trade and Will Levis, how much would you want back on top? Feel like a 2025 second isn't enough, but a first is too much. No, the first is not. So if you was offered Travis Etienne in a trade for Will Levis and a 10-team Superflex, I would say a second and a third. You getting at Travis Etienne, but you also giving up Will Levis in a super flex, but it's 10-team. So I would say a second and a third or 2 seconds. I do think a first could be too much because Will Levis doesn't have a value right now that to get the first back. But he is a super flex quarterback, so you can get a second and you get an Etienne. So I say get 2 picks, get a second and a third. Don't take nothing no later than a second and third. And if you don't want to do it, I'm okay with it because I think if you make sure you don't need Will Levis, don't regret that pick later. If you, no matter what, if Will Levis goes out and be a top 5 quarterback, you can't say you should have kept him. That's why that's what I'm gonna tell you. Don't regret the pick no matter what. If you're gonna trade him, be okay with whatever happens. To me, when I trade guys, I don't care what happens. If they go out and boom, I'm okay with that. I made my decision. I'm not gonna look in the past for that. That's how I play fantasy football. I don't look in the past for trades. Maybe I'll learn from it, but I'm not gonna say, "Oh man, why did I do that?" If you do that, you ain't gonna know what to do. Zach Seaman says, for example, should I trade 2025 first round picks for Diontae Smith? Nah, not 2. I think right now he's worth a first and maybe a second at the most. He's not worth 2 first round picks. He can be, but not right now. I wouldn't give up 2 first round picks for him. The kid says, I would try for like a Drake London or a Zay Flowers. I would too. I like Zay Flowers. I love Zay Flowers. The kid says, young and stars on offense. Smith is like option 4 on that team. I don't think so. I think he's like, well, you mean just like scoring? Yeah, because you got A.J. Brown, you got Saquon Barkley, and then you got Jalen Hurts. I actually think this team is going to pass a little bit more. So I think Devontae Smith is still a top 24 guy at his floor, and at his ceiling is top 12. Because Jalen Hurts is going to pass the ball a little bit more this year. That's why they brought in Saquon. They don't want Jalen Hurts running the ball as much. The kid says AJ, then Barkley, then Hurts himself, then maybe Goddard. Right. I still think Devontae Smith, I like him. The kid says lots of months in Philly. Lots of mouths in Philly. Pause. Harambe says we do 6-foot Sundays here in San Diego. 6-foot glass on glass piece and barbecue with football. Okay. TZ says, just got to say this. It's why I've been a member of your channel, okay? You a real mother. You know what? I think I can say that. I want to say stuff like this. This is late night football. Late night fantasy football. 100, just chopping it up. You respond to your peeps, man. Much respect. Thank you, bro. That's what my channel is about. That's what I want my channel to be about. And this is what I say. And maybe I don't feel. I think my players are elite. People can say what they want to say. That's why I want y'all to get in my leagues. It ain't just Amara. I know it's easy because I talked about Amara, but last year, it was certain guys that I was high on that didn't hit all. But out of say I was on 20 guys, out of those 20 guys, 15, 16 of those guys hit. You got value for them. Depending on how you look at fantasy, everybody ain't gonna be a top 5 guy. Some guys give you good value getting them later, right? At a good ADP. I was on Zamir. I told people to pick Zamir White up this year, to stay with him when he started hitting. I've been on Saquon Barkley. I think I pick good players too. I'm not just here just to be, a cool dude. I don't want to be there. I want y'all to pick up good players so you can win championships. I don't always make the best. I won't say I'm not always right on the starts, but I'm always tell you to play your studs. And I show y'all that I win championships. These are not fake leagues. These are leagues that people are in that are really good at football. I'm not just going to sit here and play against 3-year-olds and talk about I won a championship. So that's why I like to show proof. Appreciate it though, TZ. Yes, sir. The kid says need a first in the ETN trade. Not in you're not gonna get no first in a 10-team quarterback, super flex quarterback league. There's too many quarterbacks out there. And they giving you ETN too? Now on the Will Levis, yeah, you're not gonna be able to get that first. I was gonna think maybe on the other end, but you're not gonna be able to get a first. Because they giving you ETN and they want Will Levis in return. They're gonna like the first is ETN. If you take ETN out, yeah, you probably can get a first. He said, love your content. You keep it real. Appreciate it, bro. Jamie says it's actually Jamie like pierogies. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Silver says, let's do a draft and have Roll and around me grade them with you. Okay. Second take. What's up, bro? Yes, sir. So guys, let me ask you this. I want y'all to be honest. Because I haven't did a video on this because I've done videos like this and nobody watched them. I was thought about doing a video of all the players that I've talked about from maybe this year and maybe say the last 2 or 3 years, players that I'm saying in the off season, these are my guys, and do it and show you the numbers on that. And I've done it in my head. I know the players that I've been on. I looked at my teams and the players and the videos that I did and the players. Let me know what you think my hit percentage on predicting players to hit. That's what I put my channel on. I'm high on. I'm not high on the stars and sits because who knows? I'm not trying to guess the stars and sits, man. This is almost impossible. Other than play your studs. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to bench Diontae Adams and play Hunter Renfrow and Hunter Renfrow go off. I can't predict that. I've done that early a couple times to try to chase points. I don't do that. I'm playing the studs. But you gotta understand when I talked about Amon-Ra, nobody was talking about Amon-Ra. That's so you got to give context. You can't look at it now like, oh, well, that's easy. The players that I'm talking about are back in the day. It's like 2 years ago. Even Saquon Barkley coming off a bad season a couple years ago when they won that playoff game. That's the year that I was high on Saquon. Jalen Hurts. So guys, what would you say my hit? The guys that's been watching me for a while, what would you say my hit rate is? Daniel Jones was a guy that I missed on, but guess what? I think Daniel Jones is going to have a good season this year. But I'm gonna still say that I missed on that because that was within that year I missed. Bold predictions don't count. I'm getting bold. But Tyreek Hill being the #1 wide receiver, when nobody else saying that, nobody else in the industry was saying that. They say that now. They weren't saying that 2 to 3 years ago before he went. I remember when he went to Miami and people said, Tua's gonna hurt him. Y'all know that. That's why I said, I'm like, nope, Tua ain't gonna hurt him. I like Jalen Waddle and Tyreek. TD, that's too many miles. And then he hit. Zach says, makes sense. I like Davante Adams a lot more, yes. How you doing, my guy? I'm good, bro. Second Take been watching me for a while. He played in a league with me. Now listen, that was a members league. That was a members league. And I won that league. It was a best ball league. I won it with Matthew Stafford. I was on Matthew Stafford. I picked Matthew Stafford. I had a couple other guys on that team. Lamar Jackson. I'm not gonna sit there and say like I was one of the first ones on Lamar. Lamar been good for a long time now. Harami says, no, I mean the group, the Commodores, okay, for music. I love them. Pause. Right. Yeah, I like the Commodores too. I like that type of music. Yes, sir. Guys, let's get the likes up. We got 20 likes. We had 30 people in here. Let's get the likes up. Is the Cowboys gonna make the okay, Robert says, don't worry, Titty, I'll share some crazy music with you. Turn you into a metalhead son. Okay. I'm open-minded, bro. That's one thing about I'm not the stereotypical black guy. I'm open-minded to a lot of stuff. I'm open-minded to a lot of things. Cowboys gonna make the playoffs. I don't know about Zeke. I like Zeke for a discount running back. The Cowboys, I think we're gonna make the playoffs, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm gonna be straight up. Look, I'm a Cowboy fan, but I'm a fantasy fan more than Cowboys. I hate to say, I'm always gonna love my Cowboys. Jerry Jones, Emmitt Smith, I'm always gonna love my Cowboys. I die hard, but I'm not into them like that anymore. Pause. I don't watch them like that anymore because I'm trying to grow my brand and focus on all players. Like I like Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of my favorite players. Now I like Michael Parsons. And listen, I was one of the guys I told I could show y'all a video about Michael Parsons. I said that Michael Parsons was going to be the next LT. And I was right. Did nobody say he was going to be no LT? So that's another thing that I was on. But yeah, I like the Cowboys, man. I just don't watch them heavily like I used to. Let's see. Everyone like this up. Yes, sir. Let's get the likes up, guys. Harami says, I'm always down to draft, Silver. Shit is too fun. Right. Mike King says, yo, what's up, bruh? He says, where the like button is at the top three corners. The top corner, right corner, hit the three little dots, and that's how you hit the like button. I gotta give me something to drink. Mouth dry. Thoughts on Austin Ekeler this season? I'm taking him probably in the 5th or 6th round. I like him this year. Pause. No Ekeler. He failed me last year and only got older. Right, but you got to get him at the right ADP. For the right ADP, I think he's a great pick. Silver says, it's awesome. You answer every comment, but after a while, it ends up being that you are answering things somebody said 10 minutes ago. Okay. Might be good to kind of follow the current chat, even if you miss a few. Got you. Right. And, if you ain't super chatting, if you super chat, I think that matters. But I think if you ain't super chatting, it's okay to get your question answered 10 minutes ago. I think it's okay to get your question answered 10 minutes. That's what the super chat's for. That's why I don't want to miss any super chats, because that matters. Because imagine if I had a lot of value, man, I can't get to every single question like that. I'm going to have to go to the super chats, and then after the super chat's gone, I'll work my way. And if you're still there, you there, it might help somebody else. But I agree with what you're saying. But I do want to show respect for the people who was in there early and ask the question, right? But thank you for the comment. Thank you for the opinion, bro. I'm going to consider that. Like maybe not, if it's been so long, maybe move through a little bit quicker. But that's what the super chats matter for. And you super chatted, so I'm not worried about that. But I get it. Like you probably asked this a while ago. Answered this a while ago. I think it's just slow for him. Right. Silver says cutting edge content. Hit the like button, subscribe. Hector says Jelani Woods tight end from the Colts. I'm not on him. I think he's just another guy right now. Harami says I think it's slow for him, Silver. It might be. I think I am getting the comments, but I think I'll take a little time on certain questions. So maybe I'll move through a little bit quicker. But then if I move through quicker and then I get through the comments, then we don't got nothing really to talk about. So I kind of gotta give a little buffer. So that's kind of gonna drive the super chats up. and like I said, I'm not trying to make nobody super chat, but that's what super chats are for. If you want to get your question answered immediately while you're watching, you super chat. That's how I see it, right? That's how I see it. But I get what y'all was saying. If it wasn't no super chats, you would be exactly right. Tyler says 29 years old is not that old. Sometimes all these guys needs is a new team. I agree with that. The kid says the Commanders, no thanks. Maybe the Cards or something. I have a keeper league and he's not staying. Lennon says no Diddy. What's going on, Lennon? Tyler says JT situation is almost the same, except JT had two bad seasons in a row. Zach says Zay is too small. I don't think Zay is too small. I don't think Zay is too small. I think Zay fits the narrative of what he needs to be. Remember, Antonio Brown was a small guy. Pause. So I like Zay. Pause. He said, do you do IDP? Yes, I got a huge IDP league. I got 11. Is 11? Maybe 9. I got 9 IDP spots. I got 2 DLs. I got 2 linebackers, 2 DBs, and 3 IDPs. Those are my dynasty leagues. I try to keep it real. I love to play real. Try to make fantasy football be as real as possible. Guys, let's get the likes up. All you got to do is go to the right corner and hit the 3 little dots, and that's where you can like it. Zach says, Amarize him. You got that right. 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 That's also I've been on. A lot of other guys. Amarize don't hold to that. But like I said, I'm thinking about doing a video to show all the guys that I've been on. And I think a lot of times y'all forget guys that I'm on. I think y'all forget that I was on Jared Goff. I've been on Jared Goff for about 2 years. I was on Kirk Cousins. Like, remember I told people Kirk Cousins is a top 12 quarterback last year. I told people that. People wasn't drafting Kirk Cousins as a top 12 quarterback. Sometimes I make so much content, and I make content, that's not a guy necessarily I'm on. I'm just making content for him, right? Sometimes you just got to make content. For it ain't all about who you own. I do want to stand on the guys that I pick, and I want to say that I have a great hit percentage. And if I'm not, if I don't want to sit here and cap. I want to be making sure that I'm saying what I'm saying is true. Because if it ain't, I tell them, like, listen, man, my hit percentage is not that great. Or whatever. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. But I believe of all the players that I talked about, just looking. Yep. Zach says rank these rookie running backs in Dynasty. Tyrone Tracy, Jaylin Wright, Vidal, Marshawn Lloyd, and Isaac Garendo. I'm gonna go with Tyrone Tracy, Jaylin Wright, Kamani Vidal, Isaac Garendo, and Marshawn Lloyd. Zach says, I bought super low after Amarize first season. I did too, bro. That's when I was on him. I didn't know. I wasn't on him when he was a rookie. But after that, them last 4 weeks that he balled out and went crazy, 6 weeks, I told people, listen, he's a first-round pick. You need to take him in the first round. Everybody said, not everybody, but a lot of people was like, man, that's a little too early for me. That's a little too early. And you see what happened. I bought super low on Amarize his first season. I seen enough to see he was special. Me too. I agree with you, Zach. Tyler says, do you think JT and Chubb return to being dominant? JT was going to be solid, a top 12 running back. I believe he has a chance for that. Chubb, I'm not touching Chubb with a 10-foot pole. Pause. I would say you hit on a lot of players more than miss, bro, 100. And that goes to other guys who provide content. They miss too. Right. But I guess this is what I'm saying. Yeah, we all miss, but I think my miss stand out more than like my guys that I hit. Because as far as the other guys that they miss way more than I watch CBS. I watch the fantasy footballers. They don't be on the guys that I be on. Right? See, you can't say CMC is a miss. I told people I'm not drafting CMC. I'm drafting Tyreek Hill as the #1 overall. Now I'm not saying that's a hit, but I'm just not taking CMC. I'm not taking him this year. Now, if he fall to me like at the 1.8, 1.9, yeah, I'm willing to take him. So you got that's where I feel like people be off on my content. That's why I'm explaining this. Because I think y'all be on play like, well, you didn't hit. Now, Daniel Jones, that's a miss. Daniel Jones is a straight up miss. That's a straight up miss. Who else? There's a couple other guys. Like, what about Jordan Love? When nobody gonna know Jordan, I said Jordan Love is a top 12 quarterback. I got plenty of videos to show you that I said. Plenty of videos that said I said Jordan Love is a top 12 quarterback. I said I'm fading Justin Fields last year, but I was on Justin Fields when he balled out as a top 5 quarterback a couple years ago. Wasn't nobody on Justin Fields. I got plenty of videos to show you that. So it's a lot of context. Now, I know you're not disagreeing with me, but my misses are, far as compared to everybody else, I think it's just different. And I'm not, like I said, I don't want to be like, I'm the best ever. I've watched a lot of content. I don't see people picking the same guys that I pick. I haven't seen. Then I see it come around, and then people move on and kind of maybe be on somebody, one guy that I picked that I was off on, and that's kind of serenades everything else and makes it be like, yeah, man, you know, I think I got the best hit ratio in the business. I'm just gonna say that. That's why I think I'm gonna do a video on that. That way I can prove it. And even if y'all don't watch the video, because you don't watch those videos, I'm gonna always go back to that video. I'm gonna put the link in the description box, and I'm gonna say, listen, go to this video. And these are all the players that I talked about the last 2 to 3 years since I started fantasy football. And here's all the guys that I hit on, and here's all the guys that I missed on. I think that's I think that's a selling point. Jacobs this year. I'm not touching, man. I'm not drafting Jacobs this year. Now listen, if Jacobs hit, I'm not gonna say that I miss. I'm just not taking him. I think he's good to take at his ADP value if you want him. I don't think he sucks, because fantasy, now it's some guys that I'm saying that I think they suck. Like, I tell you if I think a guy sucks, and if he doesn't suck, that's good. Like Jamar Chase last year. I told people to fade Jamar Chase. You know Jamar Chase is a monster. But I said I'm not taking him. I'm not taking a victory lap over that, but they struggled last year. That's how I look at Josh Jacobs. That's kind of different from hit and miss. That's just me giving y'all my opinion. If you want to take it, it's fine. If you don't, I'm not gonna sit here and say, man, you should have listened to me. Now, certain guys that I be on, like I'm on Tyreek, I'm on Puka. If Puka play bad this year, I miss. Because I'm on him. I'm on him completely. Like I'm taking him early out of his ADP. But guys like CMC, Josh Jacobs, I'm just not taking them. If you want to take them, that's fine. Some guys, you got to do that in fantasy. You gonna have players you be like, hey, listen, you take a B John, TD, I don't like. He burned me last year. Pause. So I'm not taking him. That don't mean you think he sucked. You just don't want to take him in fantasy. So if he balled out, that don't mean you missed, man. You was wrong. That don't mean you're wrong. You just don't want to take him. You don't want to draft him. That's different than hitting and missing and drafting guys. That's what you got to also understand. Emmett was very good. He was. But he had a great offensive line too. Jamie says, thoughts on Flowers versus Addison and redraft. Man, Flowers all day. I'm not touching Addison with a 10-foot pole. Pause. This is what I would stand on Addison that'll make me right or wrong. I don't think Addison is going to be a top 24 wide receiver with J.J. McCarthy as his quarterback. Could he be top 26? Can he have a top 12 week? Yes. I don't believe he's going to get hyper targeted with J.J. McCarthy. Could he get hot down the stretch in the fantasy football playoffs, which a lot of times stuff like that happen? Yes. That could be, maybe I could be off on that. But I'm not taking Jordan Addison nowhere near Zay Flowers. I think Dre Flowers is way up here, and I think Jordan Addison is way up there. Not in talent. I do think Zay is better, but in talent, Jordan Addison is good, but I don't think you think JJ McCarthy is going to be focusing on Jordan Addison. You think he's that good? I could be wrong. Now listen, this is another thing. I don't think JJ McCarthy is going to be a good rookie quarterback this year. I think he's going to have some struggles. If he don't have any struggles and he end up being a top 12 guy or I even say top 14, that's okay. Then I'll be off on that. I don't think JJ McCarthy is him, and I don't think he can hyper target Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson. I think Justin Jefferson can be a top 12 wide receiver with a rookie quarterback, but not Jordan Addison. So I'm taking Zay Flowers all day. The kid says, if yes, Chubb, no. JT, yes, Chubb, no. Right. Yes. Flowers all day. Flowers all day. Zach says, I drafted Amara with pick 107 last year in redraft, and people in my league was saying that was too high. There you go. Right. To pick Amara. Right. I did it the last 2 years. I took him in the top 10 the last 2 years of all my drafts. I got him in a lot of dynasties. I got Tyreek and Amara. You know why? Because I picked them 2 or 3 years ago. You can't get them guys now. Not together. He's a second round player for fantasy, right? Then I won the championship in the league, right? Right. And I don't want to curve, but that's people wasn't on no Amara, like taking them there early. Mike King says, same here with the Cowboys. That's my team, but ever since I got into fantasy football, right, I don't care about them like I used to. I root for my fantasy teams. There you go. That's how I am too. Jamie says, with Nico Collins' contract, where are you putting him in the dynasty rankings? I still have him like wide receiver 24, 26. I think he's overpaid. I think I got him like wide receiver 14. I think I got him like wide receiver 14 in rankings. Listen, rankings is different to what because you can go look at my rankings, and my rankings, they might be everywhere because this is preseason. Preseason rankings is different. Guys that I'm on is different. Like I can be on Nico and I can be like, well, he's gonna finish in the top 5. That's how I can have 1 or 2 guys that are like that, and I do that every year. But I'm ranking him, not saying that he ain't gonna be good. I can't rank him over Justin Jefferson. Even though Nico could finish over Justin Jefferson this year, I'm not gonna do that and make that play because it's preseason. It's preseason. But I'm telling y'all what to get him. What you need to judge me on is TD. Should I draft Nico Collins? And I'm telling you, yes, at the right ADP. Take him in the 3rd or 4th round. If you can't get him there, then move on. Because I'm not gonna put him over guys who have better situations in the preseason. I'm not gonna do it as when I break the game now. I like Zay Flowers over Nico Collins right now. I like Zay Flowers over Nico Collins. So that's something you can say that I can be wrong on. If Zay Flowers be a top 30 wide receiver or top 16 and Nico be top 12, if they one spot difference, tomato. But if Nico finished like top 5 or top 7 and Zay finished like top 16 or top 14, no, I'm wrong. I believe that Zay gonna be like a top 12 wide receiver easily. So that's another thing that I'm on this year. It's things like that I put my percentage on. I can't put my percentage on, I got 10 rankings and I hit on all 10 guys. Guys, that's impossible. That's impossible. I'm not doing that. I don't want to be accounting for that. But I will tell you the way I'm drafting that you're going to get guys and you're going to be set up to win because you got to keep working the waiver wire. That's what the drafting strategy is for. It's not that my top 24 guys, I hit 20 of them right in the right spots. It doesn't work that way. So out of 24 guys that are players, I can pick 6 guys and tell you those are my 6, and I'm probably going to get 5 out of those 6 right. That's where I stand on. I can't pick, he going to have 306 points, he going to have 289. I'm not that good. I'm not that good. But I'm good enough to tell you that Amon-Ra should be the second wide receiver, and I stand on that. Amon-Ra should be the second wide receiver taken off the board. Now, can Jamar Chase finish better than him? Yes. But if you see what Amon-Ra did in the fantasy football playoffs? That's why I like Amon-Ra. He's safe. He might have a couple games where he get 13, 14 points. But then he can have games where he get 35 points, 30, 40 points, just like Jamar Chase can. And I think Jamar Chase is just a little bit more risky. That's what I stand on. So I just want to give y'all context of what I'm saying when I'm saying that I'm 70%. I'm not 70% off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 rankings. Who is? Nobody can, because you don't know. Like Puka Nacua, I can't judge that. I can say I like Puka Nacua, right? I didn't say that last year. I wasn't on Puka Nacua, so that's not my guy. I like him this year. But it's kind of like an Amon-Ra reverse. Everybody's saying, Puka, that's too early to take him at the 1-5. I'm not taking him there. I love Puka. I think Puka could be the number 1 wide receiver. I said what I said. I'm not predicting him to be, but I think he could be. So if Puka finishes bad late, then that's on me. I just want to give y'all context. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but I want y'all to understand how fantasy is. And I'm different. That's why people like, what is he doing? And then my strategies are hitting. They went, guys, I did a council. Ask Will Hayes. If I'm not mistaken, Will, all year long, he was like, hey, man, should I do this? I'm like, no, man, stay this. And by the time fantasy, like certain things started happening, he had Jahmyr Gibbs on his bench where he kept trying to trade. And I'm like, listen, if they don't give you this player, don't trade him. It hit. He had Tyreek. A lot of people was drafting Tyreek first that watch my channel. That's the things that I want to take pride in, guys. This is how we're going to be different. The rankings don't necessarily matter. All right, so let's move on. CA says, worried about Breach Hall missing practice, Braylon Allen handcuff. Yeah, Breach is missing practice. It's early. You want to make sure that he don't get, you don't wear yourself out. But listen, guys, there's going to be some running back injuries. Guys are going to go down. Guys that we don't want to go down. Guys that I'm on. Guys that everybody else is on. Some of these guys are going to go down. So you got to be ready for that. And we got to keep it moving. So Braylon Allen, if Breach Hall goes down, Braylon Allen goes, his draft capital goes through the roof. Silver Rabbit says, well, I'm saying when you ask us something, we answer, then you don't see our answer for 10 minutes. Right, okay, right. Constructive feedback. Yeah, I know. Yeah, bro, I understand I don't understand exactly what you're saying. But that's why the super chat is there. Because a lot of times, guys, they ask stuff on other channels. I watch it, and you comment, they don't get to your comment. You commented right at that time, but the people who super chatted, they'll ask a question and they'll go straight to his comment because he super chatted. So that's kind of what I'm saying. But I get exactly what you're saying, bro. I get exactly what you're saying. I'm just responding to it. I don't mean any harm for him, and I know you didn't take it that way either. Just want to give you context of me trying to make money and doing this too, and how to flow, right? Especially when I'm doing the format this way. But I can move through the questions quicker. That's what I can do. I can move through the questions quicker. How high are you on Travis Etienne compared to other running backs? I think he's take him at his ADP. Like if you take Travis Etienne in the second round, I'm not gonna be mad at you. I know what this guy can do, right? I think I'm not taking a lot of Travis Etienne, but he's a good player. He's a good player. I'm not fading him or anything. I'm just trying to get to my players, but I'm taking Saquon Barkley before him. So if I take Saquon Barkley, I probably won't get Travis Etienne. So there's a lot of players that I don't get to because I got players at each round that I'm taking. So Puka Nacua, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tyreek Hill, I'm taking them in the first round. Second round, I'm taking Saquon Barkley, Jaylin Waddle, Michael Pittman. I'm getting to those guys, so I'm not really getting to a lot of Travis Etienne. Jamie says, I do IDP content with Fantasy Six Pack. Okay, my co-host is the number 4 IDP ranker on Fantasy Pros. Okay. Hey, listen, man, you gotta let me know, put me on game how I can compete with rankings. How do I get on these ranking projections, and that way I could tell people that I finish as a running back ranker or wide receiver ranker or quarterback ranker. Let me know, man. That's gonna help me out too. That way I ain't got to say I'm 70% right. Go look at all my videos, right? So appreciate that, man. I'm going to have to find a way how to do that. But I'm going to have to, man, I want to listen to the IDP, man. I'm really good. I got Kyle Hamilton in a lot of leagues. I got Michael Parsons, Max Crosby. I traded for him last year. Okay, hashtag Steve Hunger. Let me write that down, because I'm not going to go through this live after I get out of here. Not for the comments. Okay. Streve Hung Pause Carter. Okay. At IDP Hunter. Okay. IDP Hunter. Okay. Guys, hit the like button. It said, I feel like a lot of people are too high on Zay considering his ADP and the other guys that are still available. I totally disagree, bro. Listen, Zay and Puka are two of my favorite guys, man. I'm high on Zay, bro, but I could be wrong. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been wrong before, right? On some of the guys that I'm very high on, but I'm going down with Zay Chip. I'm going down with that. I love Zay Flowers. Pause. Jamie says, give me Roschon Johnson, Stan. Bears need a pass blocking. There you go. I agree with that. He's a great pass blocker. Swift can't pass block, so Roschon Johnson is the best running back in that backfield. I like that. That's a great breakdown, bro. Roschon, because you gotta have, so sometimes you might not be that talented, but if you out there blocking, you're gonna get opportunities because the coach is gonna reward you. That's coach speak. They're gonna reward you when you out there protecting the quarterback, especially a rookie quarterback. You gotta protect his blind side. DeAndre Swift is not gonna be out there that much. Now he's gonna be out there for certain plays. But the guy that I would probably target out of this offense for the ADP would be Roschon Johnson. Great take, Jamie. I agree 100% with that. Robert says, I'm high on Bateman. I do like Bateman too. I think, but I like, especially for his ADP, but I think Zay Flowers is going to kill. Harama says, super sleeper. Thoughts on the Bears versus the Packers games this year? Who's going to win? I think the Packers are going to win. But it is a rival game. I think the Packers are going to win. Zach says, my dynasty quarterback room in Superflex right now is C.J. Stroud, Jordan Love, Bryce Young, and Daniel Jones. I like that. Should I trade either Bryce Young or Daniel Jones for another running back wide receiver depth or just keep my team? I think you should keep your team and let the value of those quarterbacks get up and then make a trade and go get exactly what you want. Don't trade for guys that you just trying to hope for. Let those, because you got quarterbacks. I think Bryce Young and Daniel Jones are going to be good, and you're going to be able to trade and make a move, make a splash move. Yeah, I would keep it how it is. TG says, yeah, you hit way more, bro. I won a few championships with a lot of your guys that you were high on. Right. I do think I hit way more. And that's the kind of the context that I want. Because I just know in my mind the players that I was on that I told guys to draft. That's why, guys, when I go look, I'm just gonna put up some receipts. Some of the videos, old videos, I'm gonna put them in the community tab. Some of the guys that from 2 to 3 years ago, and I'm gonna put videos that I was wrong. I'm gonna say, hey, I missed on this. I'm not gonna sit there just go to the good videos. I'm gonna go to the guys that I missed on. I'm gonna go to Daniel Jones. Who else? I'm trying to think of some guys that I missed on. And I say I missed on Anthony. I wasn't drafted Anthony Richardson last year. But he played his first 4 games, he hit, but I'm not going to sit here and take a victory lap over an injury. If he'd have kept playing, he would have been a top 5 quarterback. So I could say that. You could say that was a miss. Maybe you could say DK. Sorry about that. Maybe you could say DK was a miss. Taylor says, I got Armor off the waivers doing his rookie okay, wait a minute. We did that one. He won me a championship and I was sold. Okay. All right, yeah, that's a good one. So, yeah, I got Armor off the waiver doing his rookie season. When nobody knew about him after his first big game, he won me a championship and I was sold. Right. Zach says, because I think my team in Dynasty is definitely a championship team for this year. Right. Yeah, I will hold. Pause. Football Prodigy says, thoughts on Jordan Love? I love him. One of my favorite quarterbacks. I was on him last year. A lot of people said that, especially in the middle of the season, they was like, hey, man, why on Jordan Love? I remember that. Because I remember I was like, hey, look, hold on to Jordan Love. He's like, TD, man, it's rough. I'm like, man, listen, get off Justin Fields. Get off Justin Fields. Hold on to Jordan Love. And Jordan Love hit. Just like I love Christian Watson. Harama said, TD, you hit on most and even ones you miss on. Your points are valid and sometimes outside the box, but that's how you find the goods. I agree. That's it. That comments it right there. I'm not saying because I'm wrong, but I do give context. I'm not just going to tell somebody to do it. Just like Daniel Jones may be solid this year. I still missed last year. I'm not making no excuses about that. And reason why, guys, I'm talking about this, I have to sell my goods. Pause. Major pause. I have to sell what I'm good at. I'm not sitting there here and say I got all the bells and whistles like these other guys, the other channels. These are fantastic channels. I'll give y'all a few channels that I really like. The Fantasy Footballer Headliners, the Fantasy Footballers, CBS, and the Fantasy Football Counselor. I watch a lot of those videos. I watch a lot, and they got their niche, and I can't. That's not me, right? I don't claim to be that, but I claim to do things that I think I got that may can compete with them, and that may be better than them. And that's me being cutting edge, picking out certain players. Tyler says Packers to the moon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey guys, make sure you hit subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button. Let's get the likes up. All right, guys. So I'm gonna try to get through some of these because my phone just got red. We still got some minutes. We still got 10 or 15 minutes. But I'm gonna try to get through some of these comments kind of a little bit faster because the phone is. I don't want it to go dead. I'm not gonna put the charge in and make it start going. I think the Packers Super Bowl threat this year. Yep, they are a Super Bowl threat. They could have been last year. I got a lot of Packers stacks in best ball. Yes, me too. Give me Tank Dell much later over Nico and Diggs. I like that. I like the way you looking at it. I like the way you getting great ADP with a player that can boom, and you ain't got to take him in the first, second, or third, maybe even fourth. I think that's great ADP. He says, I'm after Love Watson and restack if it possible. I agree with that. Love the Packers, Arambi said. Reed is really good. He is. Tyler says Reed, Watson, and Dobbs are all solid, and one of those could finish number one, I think. They just need to stay healthy. I agree. What's y'all thoughts on dropping A-Rod and keeping AJ? Dropping A-Rod, Aaron Rodgers, and keeping AJ who? Keeping who? And who is AJ? Let me know what you're talking about, bro. Because I wouldn't drop A-Rod unless you in like a single quarterback league or something. And especially not A.J. Brown. Maybe me, A.J. McCarron or something. Harami says, Love has weapons for days. He does. The team is going to be a problem and their defense is legit. I agree. Jamie says, I'm out on Nico and Diggs and Dale at their ADP. Nico going to be 210, 211. Diggs is going to be 313, and Tank is going fourth. I love Tank in the fourth. ADP don't make sense because someone going to be a bust, right? But no matter what, who cares if Tank Dell is a bust at the fourth round? I don't care about bust in the fourth round. I just need to have the boom games because my first and second pick gonna carry me. Tyreek Hill and Saquon gonna carry me. So when Tank Dell boom with them, I'm gonna win that week. That's how I look at it, Jamie. Zach says, I'm doing a startup dynasty draft right now. It's a slow draft, 8 hours, okay, to pick. I got round 1, Bijan, round 2, Jordan Love, round 3, Puka. Ooh, Puka in the round 3. Jaden Wall. Ooh, Zay Flowers. Bruh, if you hit, make sure you shoot that out. I will post that. That's a killer team. I love that team. Silver says, I'm typing this message at 11:50, right? Central, this is the test to see the time delay, right? Yeah. Okay, that's Central Time. Okay, so that's 10 minutes ago. You right. It's about 10 minutes. It's about 10 minutes. Puff Pass says, what do you prefer for a stack with Anthony Richardson, Pittman, Downs, or Donu? I love Anthony Richardson and Pittman. That's the stack that I want. Football says same time, some as you, Silver. Same time, same as you, Silver. I see you, Silver. Marshawn is a beast. Yeah, but is he going to get over A.J. Dillon and Josh Jacobs? That's a lot of guys to try to get carries over. Hopefully, if an injury comes, then yeah. Jamie says, what's your Twitter? About to give you a positive fantasy receipt. Okay, it's at GoodeSports. No, at Sports Good. At Sports Good is my Twitter handle. He looks good. BDG is, yeah, I like BDG because he kind of like me. They be chopping it up. They be being real. Yeah, I like BDG. I do. I mean, he ain't been in the algorithms. I have to go try to find his channel because I haven't seen a lot of his videos lately. I also like Andrew. I don't know the guy, but he's big. He don't do all season content, but he's good during the season. Harami says Jake and Cal are egomaniacs. Now they used to be good. Yeah, those are like friends of friends, man. So I don't got nothing bad to say about them. I respect your opinion about him, but Jake was nice to me. I came and saw his setup. He invited me into his house, so I don't have nothing bad. Jake has always been nice to me. I don't have anything to say. I probably could hit him up and ask him if I needed some help. I probably could hit him up and he would help me. So I don't have nothing bad to say about Jake. And Cal is just his friend. I don't know anything about Cal. I haven't never really spoke to Cal. But and then also my homeboy that I work with, that's his best friend. So, I don't really have nothing bad to say. But I respect your opinion on him, bro. Have you heard of the YouTube channel Fantasy Flock? Yeah, I do watch him too. Yeah, he's good, man. He's got his stuff narrowed down. Mason has some great takes. Yeah, he does. He won first place in the best ball tournament last season. He did. He hit for about 80, 90K. I think the prize was 150K. Okay, he drafts on underdog every day. Right, he does. Yeah, very smart individual. Very smart guy. He's very smart. Dane Zach, just saw your picks. Congrats on the title. Football says, hey, hopping in on your live. You're doing awesome. Definitely coming back. Keep it up. Thank you, Football. Thank you. Man, this is it. This is the format, guys. The other lives don't get out there. I don't know what the heck is going on. I don't know if it sounds bad. I don't know if it's what it is. I don't know if I'm gonna ever do a live. I mean, I'm gonna do a mock draft tomorrow, like I always do, and watch that live. It won't do it as well. But this is probably what I'm gonna be doing during the season, guys. If I'm probably gonna come on a live like this and do my top 5 breakdowns. I might not get to everybody comment on those. I might just kind of go, here's my 5 waiver wire ads and get off. But this is the way I'm gonna grow. I'm right now, because the other ways is not growing my channel like it should. I'm hitting the algorithms with this. Jamie says Tank can be the wide receiver 1 fantasy wide receiver, right? In that offense. So yeah, draft Tank in the 4th and 5th over reaching for Diggs and Nico. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, Andrew Kirk. There you go. Andrew Kirchhoff has wild stat breakdowns. He does. Good content. Silver says main 2 I watch are you and Fantasy Football Show. Right. Appreciate it, bro. What's up, John? He says Laporta worth a 2nd round pick. Yes, he's worth a 2nd round pick, but I'm not taking him in the 2nd round. I'd rather wait late for Trey, but I'm not telling you that Laporta's a bad pick. He's a great pick. I think Laporta benefited because of Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jared Goff and Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. He didn't have to do nothing but just run routes, and he was wide open off of that offense because of that. It's a run predominantly offense. Same thing I said about what I think about the Raiders offense this year. It's going to be the same way. So I don't want him to be picking Laporta early, and he ain't no special player. Like, he ain't going to be out there jumping over 2 guys like Rob Gronkowski. I think he's just a solid player who can play. He's going to always be a good tight end. But he's going to be a benefit of this offense. I think if you take Laporta and you put him on another team, I don't think he's going to be running past guys and beating elite talent. I don't think he's going to be beating Kyle Hamilton if there's one-on-one. Jamie said, let's blow this up. Your channel can be huge. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Have you watched Dynasty Land? No, I haven't. I need to go watch them, Sparrow. Harami says, I'm not hating on them. Right, I know you're not. I know you're not, bro. I know you're not. But they aren't as good as they aren't as good on their takes anymore. It's what I mean, right? Just my opinion, right? I like Jake's style, right? He reads through his list fast. Jake's style, and then it seemed to change a bit with Cal, right? We need 2K followers for TD. Good, yes, sir. If you're talking about YouTube, we need like 3K. Actually, man, I need to go for about 2,000 this year. I need like 5K by the end of the season this year. I need to have. I'm averaging about 900 subscribers a year. I need a big year. I need a boost. Like Andrew, I remember when Andrew was like on 8,000, And then the next year, all of a sudden, man, he came in. He went from 8,000 to 30,000. I'm like, I wasn't hating. I'm like, okay, dang. Don't draft Laporta round 2. I wouldn't. But I think he's a good pick for. If you like Laporta, that's the only way you're going to get him. You ain't going to get him if you wait for the 3rd round, unless you like the beginning of the 3rd round. Laporta can drop to the 307 often. Okay. You might be right, bro. He haven't been dropped into the 307 in our leagues, not in single quarterback leagues he has. He's going in like the 2nd round, early 3rd at the worst case scenario. Jake, the one who got me into fantasy channels. So I gave him prep. Me too, bro. So listen, man, I'm going to real quick story, guys. Real quick story. So the first time I played fantasy was about 4 years ago. I've been, I love football. I've been doing football and betting for years. But I started playing fantasy football. And so, and guys, I didn't watch YouTube at all. I didn't have no, I had a food, what they call a food stamp phone. Guys, the last phone I had was a flip phone, and I hadn't had no iPhone or Android for almost 12 years. I was going through a lot. Wasn't working, couldn't get a job, so I was struggling. So I was just using food stamp phones. And finally, I went to college and stuff like that. I was grinding. I finally got ahead, and I got a good job. And I met my girlfriend. And I'm grinding. I started getting ahead. She was a good anchor for me, and I started thriving. I was making money, and she was like, "Hey, babe, you got this little," because I had like a T-Mobile phone, but I didn't watch YouTube on it. And she said, "Man, it's crap, babe. You need to level up and get you a phone. I'm gonna buy you a phone when I get my taxes." I was like, "I'm good. I'm grinding." She's like, "No." So she got me an iPhone, and then so the YouTube app will come up sometimes, like, all right, let me get it. So I didn't really watch a lot of YouTube, but I put fantasy football in when I started, and the channel that came up was Jake. So I'm like, okay, so I didn't know where Jake was from. Jake stayed 10, 15 minutes from me, guys. Yes, Jake stays 10 or 15 minutes from me. And so at work, I was training people, and this guy came in. His name is Matt. And he was like, "What's up, man? We training and stuff." I was like, "Man, you love football?" He said, "Man, I love football." I said, "Man, you play fantasy?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Man, I just started playing." He said, "Yeah, man, I'm part of a big fantasy channel." I said, "Who?" He said, "Right here." And he showed me. I said, "Bro, I follow this guy. This is the channel that I watch." And it was Jake. It was Jake. And him and Jake started that channel. And so that's how that happened, right? Small world, right? So I just want to give y'all that little caveat. So that's how I got on the fantasy. Then I saw that Jake was doing it. I was like, "Oh, you know what? I can, why not? I love football. Why not start a fantasy channel?" And that's why I did. So Jake, I ain't got no but respect for Jake. The same thing that you saying, bro. Same thing that you saying. Yeah, he said I give him props. Walmart, Seth Rogen. We reach, Jamie says, or we reach 5K, right? Yep, hopefully I think I can hit 5K this year, man. I'm hoping for it. I think this new format, man, is hit. That's why I keep doing it, because it's really hitting, right? I think it's good. That's why I'm still out here on this live right now. We've been live for a while. I don't care. We're going to keep going, until I finish. But my phone will go dead in a few, so I'm going to try to get through these comments. Are you a redraft content creator or Dynasty? I do both. I do both. I want to break it down more and go a little bit and do more Dynasty. But right now, I would say mostly redraft. But I do Dynasty. I talk about Dynasty all the time within redraft. I might do a video. I won't say it's redraft or Dynasty, but I give you context for the players and talk about Dynasty and talk about redraft. Jamie says fire. Rami says he does both, Sparrow. Right. Mike says Jake got really carrying with me last summer when I respectfully shut down Ridley. He was really disrespectful. I was right on Ridley though. Right. Yeah, I wasn't on Ridley either. Yeah, man, everybody misses. Everybody misses. I wasn't on no Ridley. I told that's a hit for me. I told people, I said, guys, I'm not drafting Ridley. He ain't played in 2 years. I'm still not drafting really this year. Now listen, if I could get him late, like really is going late this year, I'm okay taking him as my 4th wide receiver or 3rd wide receiver. I'm okay because I don't care what happens. I can't take him as my number 2 wide receiver. No, sir. Jamie says, I'm a dynasty provider, but I do a little best ball. Right. Okay. Harami says, yeah, Cal was rude as fuck and I bounced. Right. Yeah, I've heard people say that in the comment section, but hey, they always been cool with me. I watch their content. I say, you know, great video. They got some really good content. He said, I always did like Jake. Rami says, also what I meant with them being ego driven, I noticed it big time last year. Okay. Zach says, do you think Jonathan Taylor has a great season this year, or do you think his ADP in round 2 too high? I think it's good. I think it's good if you take him with the right player. But lower your expectations. You just want him to be a top 12 guy and get rushing touchdowns. Look, Jonathan Taylor can play. He just needs to stay healthy. Harami says, did Jake move to Maryland? I thought he's in Arizona. No, he's from Arizona. He lives in North Carolina right now. I hope I ain't saying too much because I don't want to give out nobody if he don't want people to know that. But yeah, Jake is from North Carolina. I mean, he's from Arizona, but he lives in North Carolina right now. Hopefully that ain't too much information. Harami says, TD gonna be the one to get me to start a channel and the cycle continues. Yes. I always tell guys, start a channel, do it. And guys, you're welcome to collab with me. I shoot your channel out. I ain't never been no hater. Listen, do I see things that I want other people that I want to do? Do I see things that people are doing and being successful? I'm like, wow, man, I want to be doing that. So what I do automatically is say, I'm gonna bless that person. I'm gonna shoot their stuff out, and it kills any type of hate. I'm never gonna hate on anybody. Never, ever, never. I can't live with myself with that. I'm not a hater. That's why 100 was a great brand symbol for me, because I keep it, guys. I always keep it 100. I can count the lies that I've told in my life outside of my boyfriend-girlfriend relationships, right? And when I say boyfriend-girlfriend, that's what I mean. Pause. Not a boyfriend, but when I was in relationships, yeah, did I lie to girlfriends and say I love them and stuff like that to get the cookies? Yeah, I did. That don't count. That's different. But man to man, to my parents, also I've been to court a couple times and I might have, extended the truth a little bit. But outside of that, no, just talking to people, I don't know. I don't lie. I think I done lied in my life probably 30 sometimes. I think I used to have to count. It's about 30 sometimes that I've lied outside of relationships. Mike King says, I think Jake's partner, pause, is from Michigan. Where are you from, bruh? I'm from North Carolina. Yep. And Travis says, late night, bruh. Yes, sir. Late night stream. Isaac says 100. Yep. Zach says, is there a mock draft tomorrow? Yes, it is. And I'm going to probably do a live like this too. I might wake up early in the morning and do a live like this on content. Maybe I go ahead and talk about, I don't know. If y'all got any suggestions, put it in the comment section. Because I know some of the stuff gets redundant. So I don't know what y'all need. Some things I think y'all already know. Some things I don't know, guys. That's why you have to tell me. Some things, that's why I started doing the urgent news. I'm like, well, y'all know that Nico Collins is going to be solid, but I still did the video anyway. So, guys, always give me recommendations. And actually, if you are a member, especially a Phenom Crew member, you can request a video and I will do it. That's a perk that you get. Robbie says, we love the cookies. Yes, sir. Tyler says, love the content, man. I can really see this channel taking off in the near future. May the YouTube algorithm be with you. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you. All right, guys. So listen, my phone was getting ready to go dead. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I appreciate everybody, guys. I will be doing a live tomorrow morning, and we will be doing a mock draft tomorrow. So make sure you tune in. Whoever wins the mock draft, you get $5. I will cash app you $5. All right, guys. See you. Peace.